Hey y'all, today I want to share my theory on what really happened between Jessi, Marciano, and Demi at Vanderpump Villa. After analyzing all of the little lies and contrasting information shared throughout this debacle, I think I have a pretty solid theory of the truth that took place here. Their characters since the incident have also helped solidify my suspicions. The backstory needed to understand this from scratch is to know that Jessi and Demi are both personalities from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, a reality show on Bravo that highlights influencer moms from Utah. Jessi is married to Jordan and Demi is married to Brett. Jessi, Demi, and some of the other Mormon wives were given the opportunity to attend Vanderpump Villa in Italy. Vanderpump Villa is a reality show that follows the staff of the villa and their high-end guests throughout the summer season. Of course, it's featuring Lisa Vanderpump. At the villa, the Mormon wives obviously get to meet all of the staff, which includes Marciano. Marciano is a server at Vanderpump Villa and a main personality on the show, particularly for having a tumultuous on-again, off-again girlfriend named Hannah, who is also a server at Vanderpump Villa. At the villa, it was quite obvious that Demi had some sort of connection with Marciano right off the bat, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I would say the way she conducted herself was not really how you would expect a wife to behave, although she was just trying to give Marciano relationship advice revolving around Hannah.
I think in the deepest and most successful marriages, you are faced with where do we go from here?
In my opinion, though, Demi was acting very flirty and somewhat touchy with Marciano.
Okay, so you're going to be hanging out with
Do you think that there's mutual feelings there?
Giving him hugs and even saying that she loves him.
I love you.
Love you too.
That, I told you that I was flirty and having fun and I was there to connect with everyone there.
Yeah.
We stayed up late and played Truth or Dare. I let Marciano kiss me on the cheek in Truth or Dare.
If my partner did all that when I wasn't around, it would definitely hurt me, but I don't think it would be relationship ending. However, the way she was confiding in a random dude about her marital problems is really strange. It gives me the same vibes as older married men complaining about their wives to younger waitresses that they meet out and about. It's just nasty behavior either way. After everything went down at the villa, the first part of the story that leaked was accusations from Marciano that he and Demi had kissed.
Did you guys kiss? You and Demi?
All right, fuck it. It happened.
Demi, on the other hand, demands that this did not happen.
But he did tell us you guys kissed. So I'm hearing that.
Yeah, false.
Layla, another Mormon wife, ends up reaching out to Marciano in hopes of getting to the bottom of the rumors. At this meeting, Marciano claims that he actually did not kiss Demi, but that he did have sex with Jessi.
One thing led to another.
And you made out with her.
Oh, more than that.
Does Jordan know?
He doesn't know the truth about how extensive it was. It was not just a one-time hookup thing.
Did you guys fuck?
For clarification, he did not have sex with Jessi at the villa. This supposed hookup took place after the villa, which is arguably worse on Jessi's part. This conversation between Layla and Marciano was the cliffhanger that ended off season 2. So at the beginning of season 3, we get to see Jessi defend herself after being confronted about the rumors.
He told me that you guys have been having an affair the past couple months.
We did have an emotional affair, if that's what you want to call it.
He told me that you guys hooked up,
What does he mean by hooked up? What do you mean?
had sex.
Are you kidding me? Oh my fucking hell. I can't. We did not have sex.
Jessi is adamant that she did not have sex with Marciano. Layla suggests they call Marciano and ask him.
I almost want to call him right now. Would you be open to
Yeah,
that?
let's do it.
Of course, they then call Marciano, and for me, this is where things start to get weird. The entire confrontation is just so weird.
I just have a question. I was able to talk to Jessi, and Jessi's saying that you guys never had sex. So
The way Jessi reacts when confronted is strange. She appears to be in total disbelief, yet at the same time, admits that she already knew this was coming out or could potentially come out. So once they're on the phone with Marciano, he says that he knew Jessi would deny that they had had sex.
I said that was what was going to happen. I don't know what you want me to say. If that's your prerogative, then that's your prerogative.
And then Jessi has a very weird line that goes, Tell him I admitted to everything else.
I did admit to everything now.
She admitted to everything else, so she's
Which kind of makes me feel like she's just not admitting to having sex. Marciano, on the other hand, seems extremely uninterested in the phone call because Jessi almost immediately jumps down his throat trying to convince him that they didn't have sex.
I'm here. So, but you know, like genuinely, you know that didn't happen, right?
Oh my God. I remember I took a Cialis and I remember like I had like cum stains in my shorts.
Why do you need to convince someone that was physically there with you that something didn't happen? It just seems very manipulative. It's after this that the feud between Jessi and Demi really starts to heat up. I believe this is because Jessi getting caught in a lie forced her on the offense, which in her case was to begin attacking Demi. Demi responded to this hate by continuously reminding Jessi that Jessi had had sex with someone while being married. Meanwhile, Jessi is still trying to crucify Demi over a potential kiss.
He said you and Jimmy kissed. Can you reenact that kiss of Layla?
This is when the rest of the cast became invested in getting to the real bottom of everything. So Macy and Michaela went together to meet with Marciano. And it's at this meetup that Marciano's story officially changes again. And it will stay as this current version up until present. Marciano claimed that he did kiss Demi, did not have sex with Jessi, but did pass out next to her after getting drunk and taking a Cialis.
So you didn't sleep together?
No. Yeah, very flirty. Like one thing led to another where we went back to her room and felt like I should stay.
And you kissed her?
Yeah.
Yes.
When you woke up, you were fully clothed, like there was you.
No. My boxers, I think.
Of course, this prompted the women to ask why he lied in the first place about having sex with Jessi and not kissing Demi. Marciano's explanation was that he lied because Demi got in his ear telling him Jessi was just using him, which made him lie out of spite.
Up with Layla, then why you told her that you slept with Jessi?
I think I was being influenced.
Influenced by Demi.
Yeah.
So did Demi tell you to say that you slept with Jessi?
If you believe this story, I think you're dumber than a pile of rocks. My theory, which is just a theory and not truth, is that obviously Jessi and Marciano were trying to fuck that night. Marciano probably couldn't get hard. Sorry, I just hate saying that word. I feel like it's so derogatory. Obviously, Jessi and Marciano were trying to have sex that night. Marciano probably couldn't get hard because he was too drunk and potentially on blow, which is cocaine. So he took a Cialis in hopes of being able to have sex. The only way I could see them not having sex that night was if Marciano just couldn't get hard. This theory would also explain those weird-ass text messages that Jessi shared between her and Marciano, discussing how he will show her what he can really do next time.
Can't stop thinking about your vagina. I fucked up and want redemption.
And if they didn't have sex that night, they definitely did everything else. Plus, it's important to note that Jessi said her and Jordan were separated at the time of this happening, to which she comes out later on saying they actually were not split. They were together. She just said they were split to soften the blow.
You see me say like me and Jordan were separated.
Yeah.
That wasn't true. But the reason I said that is because in those 6 months, when me and Jordan were dealing with this alone, he said to me, if anyone ever finds out, we need to say we were separated because then it's like less of a big deal.
So Jessi is an admitted liar too. The only person who hasn't actually admitted to lying in all of this is Demi. Interesting, huh? After all this back and forth, Jessi decides she wants to prove her innocence. So she asks Marciano to meet up with her and do a lie detector test. To absolutely nobody's surprise, Jessi fails.
Ever had sexual intercourse with Marciano? It says no. True?
Yeah. So two. Besides those 2 kisses, have you ever had any sexual physical contact with Marciano? No. Inconclusive. Wait, what? Regarding the situation involving Marciano, have you lied about any of it? No. Significant reaction failed. Jessi. What? The situation involving Marciano, have you told any lies about Demi? No. Significant reaction negative. What?
But for some reason, the show just glazes over that, and Jessi completely lies to her husband on the phone about the results.
The main thing is that the sex stuff, we both had the same answer, and it was that we were telling the truth, so that's good.
After the lie detector, Jessi invites Marciano for dinner where they get the results, and it really seems like they've been talking the whole entire time. Meanwhile, Demi has since cut contact with Marciano. That is after texting him for a few months after leaving the villa. One time even offering to order him DoorDash.
I feel bad. Like one of the nights he was like, I didn't have time to go get food. And Brett was like, should we send him DoorDash? Like feeling bad for him.
There are some theories floating around that Demi and Brett were looking for Marciano to be a potential third for some fun time, or that maybe Marciano really did love bomb Demi in a way. And once she found out that he hooked up with Jessi, it helped Demi come to the realization that she was being fooled. I can see either situation, to be honest. After the lie detector and Marciano changing up his story, Demi drops a massive bombshell allegation that Marciano sexually assaulted her and groped her that night at the villa. She specifically says 2 ass grabs, and that it doesn't matter how it comes, unwanted touch is unwanted touch.
There was not a kiss on the mouth. There was 2 ass grabs.
And she said that she didn't feel fully comfortable about what happened looking back. I personally can totally understand where Demi is coming from here, and Marciano does seem like the type to get extra touchy. So the way that Jessi stood 10 toes down with Marciano and doesn't even give Demi, her supposed best friend, a chance to explain is definitely strange.
Because they couldn't bag a married woman that was beyond out of their league and married with a vomit emoji. The clout chasing is on another level. And he got uninvited because he's a sexual predator that can't keep his hands to himself, not because I'm hiding anything from my husband. He's a gliding clout chaser at Marciano.
Is she for real? Like, see how flirty she was? We all witnessed it with our own eyes. That is not him being a predator. That is him acting on what he told you was okay. Yeah, exactly.
Although Marciano may seem like a nice, charismatic guy on the outside, the truth is that he is manipulative and cruel. Just listen to the way he talks down on his ex for entertaining another guy.
Can I have fun this summer? Like, is it okay?
She has sex with me. She tells me she loves me. She does all these things. I was sleeping with Hannah. I'm fucked.
Turn me around.
Because I slept in someone else's room?
Please.
What game?
Fuck with me. That's down for you. You stab me in the back.
When did I stab you in the back?
Meanwhile, Marciano sleeps with everyone and tells everyone he loves them.
Okay, so you told Demi you loved her and Jessi?
I don't remember ever telling. Oh, Demi, I did at that villa, actually. You're right.
How are you going to tell 2 Mormon wives I love you in a matter of like 3 months?
He's a love bomber and a hypocrite. He will say horrific things to Hannah and threaten to never speak to her again when she tries to move on, but is perfectly fine sleeping with a married woman who he knows has a husband back home. It shows real insecurity in Marciano, to be honest. After Demi comes out with these allegations, Jessi really revs up her attack on Demi's character. And it really seems to me that Jessi is trying to discredit Demi so that if Demi ever does come out with what she knows, Jessi can just say Demi is lying by making her look crazy, which Jessi pretty much does for the rest of the season.
Just to get context, like having him FaceTime as a nickname for him, sending him photos of
Those things for us were like alarming because if this guy assaulted you, why are you bringing your daughter into it?
To leave. You need to walk away because he's not negotiating with a terrorist.
Then sending videos of her praying for him, and then she called him Martino Baby, so she had a nickname. And then you said that's going to be your name in my phone.
Genuinely feel there was like some flirtiness, and even if you didn't do anything wrong, like I feel like maybe he got the wrong idea, and then you continue to talk to him for months. It's like everything's normal. Pretend that didn't happen. Move past it because you were now focused on taking me down is how it feels.
No.
And there were like story replies where you're like, oysters taste like cum, and there was like little, for me, the behavior does not add up.
Yeah.
When you and Jessi had the affair, you and Jessi formed an alliance to try to spin things and make it look better for you and try to throw me under the bus for something I did not do.
So you think him and Jessi came together?
I see it clear as day.
I would bet my life on it that that's what's happening. I think the most frustrating thing for me about all of this is the alliance that's been formed around Jessi's word.
Now I only know one side of the story, and I'm choosing to just stay on Jessi's side.
You're in your head thinking I ghosted, manipulated you. Demi's there for you.
I find it particularly interesting that Jessi claims Demi is the mastermind behind all of this because no one has that thought until Jessi plants the seed, making me believe Jessi is the true mastermind. I also believe this because obviously after this cheating scandal, Marciano became a soft spot in Jessi and Jordan's marriage. So it only made sense when Jordan tells Jessi he doesn't want her to contact Marciano anymore.
I really hope that for the sake of our kids that we can really put this to bed now and there's no reason to ever communicate with him for any reason moving forward.
For the sake of saving their marriage and protecting their children, to which Jessi responds that she can't promise anything.
But I can't promise I won't talk to him ever again.
Like, bitch, how are you seriously trying to make everyone believe you're the victim while behaving like that? If you personally have ever been in a situation where you're practically begging your partner to stop communicating with someone that makes you feel jealous and they still just won't stop, then you know the real pain of yearning, helplessness, and heartache. This combo was the only time I have felt somewhat bad for Jordan. This is going to come off harsh, but at the end of the day, Jessi is a total whore in my opinion. I hate to say it, but she seriously is one. She has now stepped out on 2 marriages. That's not a mistake. That's a personality trait. The allegations with Demi were taken to court, so that's playing out in the legal system right now. In the meantime, the dads from Mormon Wives also got invited to Vanderpump Villa, which means we got to see a confrontation between Marciano and Jordan. Their conversation was actually the tipping point in confirming that Marciano and Jessi are the villains of this story. Jordan ends his discussion with Marciano by asking him to please just drop everything and keep it offline because one day Jordan's kids will be able to see and watch everything.
So what I'm going to ask for, and this will show me if you're truly sorry, and all that I can ask is that you give to just stop talking about it and making it bigger than it already is. There's no more fucking lies. There's no more fucking running around cloud chasing, doing stupid ass videos on Instagram.
Marciano sincerely expresses his apologies and states that he can definitely do that for Jordan.
If that's what's going to make this move forward, then I will do that.
When I watched this conversation, I immediately remembered that when Jessi and Jordan's divorce was first announced, Marciano was recording and posting TikToks with Jessi being messy AF.
That's my baby. She's iconic. iPhone key.
Meaning, we finally have solid proof of Marciano lying. He is really good at deflecting, getting angry, and then playing the poor me, I hate myself, I'm so sorry card when being confronted with his bad behavior. Jordan is also a disgusting piece of shit, but that still doesn't make Marciano an innocent angel. They're honestly both pieces of shit. Jessi is nothing more than a self-conscious woman who has to lie her way through life because if anyone knew the real her, she would have no friends. I think Marciano and Demi were flirting and potentially being a little too touchy. If they kissed, that's horrible for Brett. If Demi really did feel taken advantage of, then that's horrible for Demi. I believe Marciano and Jessi did have sex, or at least tried very hard to. I think Marciano told the truth to Layla the first time, and once Jessi caught wind of what was said, she convinced Marciano to change his story. She could have offered him money or screen time to go through with the lies, and from there, the rest of Jessi's plan was to deter Demi from telling the truth by making her seem like the slutty weird one. Because Jessi never had any rhyme or reason to mention the Fruity Pebbles thing. The Fruity Pebbles thing is that Demi's husband peed in her mouth one time. It's really not that deep, and I'm sure lots of people have tried that before.
So since she wants to be petty and be an asshole, I think I'm just going to go ahead and say that Grandpa Brett likes to drink her piss like it's dirty soda and he gulps it down like water, and that's what Fruity Pebbles is.
It's so blaringly obvious now that Jessi came out with this secret as a way to continue defaming Demi's character and credibility. Luckily, Demi was able to put a positive spin on it.
Why is everyone acting weird towards me?
No, we're not. You're chill. Come on.
No, seriously.
Plus, if you really think about it, it would also be in Marciano's best interest to uphold this lie because his on and off again girlfriend, Hannah, would not be very happy to hear that Marciano is out having sex with girls and telling them that he's in love with them.
So which one did you love more? Just so I know. Love her more.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Such an idiot. You really are. You make me look like such a dumb fuck. I don't think Marciano actually knows what love means. Makes me feel like, will I ever find love or be deserving of it?
Then once Demi came out with her allegations, it only solidified Marciano's reason to lie because saying Demi kissed him makes her allegations seem less legit than if she really didn't kiss him and Marciano just got a little too close and a little too touchy. We all know you can just smile at an insecure guy like Marciano and it'll make him think you want to drop your panties and go back to his place. It's the weirdest thing. It's also important to think about what it really means that Marciano lied at the beginning about having sex with Jessi. If this really was a lie, it means that Marciano lied about something very serious. He supposedly claimed he had sex with someone that's married who he never had sex with. And the way Jessi has managed to keep that a mute point amongst her friends is honestly scary. You really need to ask yourself, why would Jessi want anything to do with the guy who lied about having sex with her while she was married? Like, that's low-key defamation of character. Stassi actually brings this point up on the most recent season of Vanderpump Villa, and Marciano doesn't really have a solid explanation for her.
You and Jessi hooked up.
I spent the night at her hotel. That's it.
I think the truth is, you guys had an emotional affair 100% in addition to hooking up multiple times.
He just smirks like he's lying.
Your lie is so big. You don't even know what, you can't even remember anymore.
I can because I know what the truth is, and I just told the truth.
This is just another point that can be explained by my theory. Jessi obviously never stopped talking to Marciano, which makes her entire spiel about wanting to save her marriage complete and utter bullshit. She was only staying with Jordan until she could figure out a way to make her prenup valid. Jessi probably started talking to Marciano once she found out that Demi was having somewhat of a relationship with him, because then she realized Marciano was down to get with married women. Plus, we all know that Jessi has been jealous of Demi since the very beginning.
Frustrating for me was that I confided in you in what happened with Marciano, and then had a physical and an emotional affair with the guy.
And it actually makes sense that Marciano turned on Demi when Demi cut him off.
I don't know what happened with Demi, but like something went down for you to then switch sides. And someone paid you money. Someone's paid you money to switch your story up.
Because from what I've seen, I don't think Jessi ever cut him off, which is her entire explanation for why Marciano would lie, which kind of throws the entire thing into the gutter.
You know, I feel like you were gone. I knew we had a mutual understanding.
Yeah.
But then I started to have, you know, words put in my head that it was never real. I was used. I was manipulated. I was all these things.
I know Marciano was hurt by me ending things abruptly, so it does make sense that he would join forces with Demi because he wanted revenge in a sense.
Jessi is a lying, male-centered snake. We just recently saw more of that side of her when she was caught kissing Chase, Miranda's ex-husband. Miranda being another member of Mom Talk. So Jessi's out here kissing her friend's ex-husbands.
Yeah, that'd be great. You know where Miranda's is?
I think the best advice we can take from this situation is to not just automatically believe the explanations that people give you for things. Take time to observe and absorb any important information along the way. What do you think about all of this? Do you believe Jessi's narrative as the truth, or do you think there's something she's desperately trying to hide? Let me know in the comments. It was great talking to you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Oh, I kissed her. No, I didn't kiss her. Yeah, I kissed her. No, I didn't.